This entire 5-camera podcast was edited with just 2 prompts. I didn't manually sync the footage, remove the dead space, or switch a single camera. By the end of this video, you'll be able to sync multiple, unorganized files, create a 10-minute cut, and switch cams while playing Valorant. And the best part is, you don't have to learn or switch to a new editing tool. Once it's done, you can open the timeline directly in Premiere, DaVinci, or Final Cut and keep working exactly the way you already do.
Did you just say Valorant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so let's get straight into editing. As you can see, we have 5 cams here and multiple audio. So we're just gonna drop this footage straight into selects. Alright, the sync is now complete. After the agent examined the file structure, it decided to go with the waveform sync. I believe in our sync, but let me just double check.
Chemical engineer to make food videos or something like that.
Yep, sounds good. Let me start the analysis now. The analysis part, which is basically making the editing agent understand the video, is going to take around 15 minutes. One great thing about Selects is that it actually watches the full video. Most of the AI video editors on the market, they don't watch the video. They just transcribe and edit the video based on the transcription. And one problem with them was that they couldn't either switch cams when there was only a single audio, or couldn't switch cams based on context, such as reaction shots or wide shots. Now that it's done, you can see that Selects automatically detected the category and tracks and speakers too, and the duration. I'm just gonna ask the chat directly to what to do. Instead of suggesting an edit, create a 10-minute highlight draft with multicam switch. Multicam should be dynamic, such as showing reactions or wide shots. You can also see that Select can categorize all the clips based on the chapters with different colors. And you also have the transcript based on the detected speakers. The chat is currently watching the video and figuring out what to do with the 10-minute draft plus the multicam switch. Another great thing about Select is that it actually watches the whole video and then summarizes what it saw in the transcript, so that when you're busy, you don't actually have to watch the full video. For example, this description says, Ducky walks toward the center to pick up something from the floor, while Kay sits to the left and Joel sits to the right. So it can actually watch, describe the actions, and then map it to the appropriate person, which is crazy. All right, now the draft is done. So now, before we export it to our favorite NLE, such as Premiere, DaVinci, or Final Cut, we're gonna examine the draft a bit to make sure that nothing's gone wrong, and if we want to make like final tweaks or something. So
Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode with Time for More podcast, and I'm Ducky, your
white shot,
standalone host, I guess, for now. And then
close-ups.
we got Kay.
Hi. So I'm Kay. I'm a marketer. Do I have to?
Oh, you just introduce yourself however way you want to.
yeah, I think the first part, the switching has been good. I'm just gonna show you another example of cam switching based on context and then move on to the next part, which is a highlight of this demo, so stay tuned. So like the chat says, in 419,
Jump off curbs and then like, oh, there's three set of stairs.
yeah, if you see, like if the cam was still closed up on Joel, it probably wouldn't have caught his hand gestures. So that's why Selects actually watched the whole video and then switched to the wider shot of Joel. All right, so for the final part, I mentioned that you don't really have to adjust to another tool. And that's obviously because we have a chat interface, so you don't really have to know which button you have to press or like which key you have to press. But another reason is because we have a native editor export feature. Oh, and I forgot this. Before export, we're also gonna color code the chapters. I can just ask the chat to color code the clips based on chapters. Now we're finally gonna continue in Premiere, but you can also customize your export, clicking Handoff, and boom. As you can see, all the clips are color coded now with the appropriate chapter names, and the multicam is switched too. So I basically cut and multicam switched and color coded the clips in 26 minutes. I simply put in 2 prompts and then exported to my choice of NLE, and that was it. This simple. Simply click the link in the description to begin your trial and tell me how your project went. Thank you for watching.